Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ranjit Pawar presenting this video on the concept of data independence in DBMS. In our earlier videos, we have studied levels of data abstraction and how data abstraction hides the complexity and database structures from users at different levels. The question is, can we modify a schema definition in one level without affecting the schema definition in the next higher level? Is it possible in DBMS? And the answer is yes. We can modify schema definition in one level without affecting the schema definition in the next higher level, and this is nothing but data independence. Data independence is an important property of a DBMS. This video will teach you details about how independently data is modified in different levels in DBMS. The learning outcome is to understand the concept of data independence in DBMS. At the end of this topic, you will able to learn data independence basic, types of data independence, and advantages of using data independence. Let us see the conventional data processing. As shown in figure, application programs directly access data or information. The conventional data processing does not provide data independence in the application programs. So, any kind of changes in the information, structure, or data arrangements needs the change in application programs also. Means, every time, if there is a small change in data or the structure in which data is stored, then there is need to change the application programs. Now, you can see figure of data processing with data independence using DBMS. One of the vast advantages of DBMS is data independence. The conventional data processing needs to change application programs if any kind of changes in information, structure, or data arrangements. But in other way, database management system furnish interface in application programs and data to have data independency. Also, DBMS manages separate files or utilities for managing data and for programs which utilizes the information. How DBMS provides data independency? Let's see with example the next part of video. For better understanding the basics of data independence, let's consider the example of student database. Users at the view level can see or retrieve student information as per their requirements. Multiple users can access data at this level. Application programs are written to access this data. At logical level, structure of a database student table is defined by database administrator. It includes columns, means attributes, data types, mapping, and database constraints. The actual structure of a table and data are stored in a server's memory. This is the physical level of the information. Data independence is the ability to modify a schema definition in one level without affecting the schema definition in the next higher level. There are two levels of data independence: physical data independence and logical data independence. As we know that data independence is the important property of a DBMS. If we want to define data independence, it is the ability to modify a schema definition in one level without affecting the schema definition in the next higher level. There are two levels of data independence: physical and logical data independence. First, we will discuss what is logical data independence. Logical data independence is the ability to change the conceptual schema without changing the external views or application programs which access the data. Any change made will be absorbed by mapping between external and conceptual level. When compared to physical data independence, it is challenging to achieve a logical data independence. Here are some examples of changes under the logical data independence. First, that is add, modify, delete a new attribute, an entity, or relationship is possible without rewrite of existing application programs. Second one, the merging two records into one record. And third one, breaking an existing record into two or more records. So these are the examples of logical data independence. Then coming to physical data independence. Physical data independence is the ability to modify physical schema without requiring any change in application programs. Modification at the internal levels are occasionally necessary to improve the performance. Possible modifications at internal levels are change in file structures, compression techniques, hashing algorithms, storage devices, etc. Physical data independence separates the conceptual level from the internal levels. Comparatively, it is easy to achieve physical data independence. Here are some examples of changes under the physical data independence are: due to physical independence, any of the below change will not affect the conceptual layer. The first, using the new storage device like hard drive or the magnetic tapes. Second one, modifying the file or organization techniques in the database. Third one, switching to different data structures. Fourth one, changing the access methods. Fifth one, modifying the indexes. And sixth one, changes to compression techniques or hashing algorithms. The last one, that is change of location of database from C drive to D drive. So this can be possible without affecting the schema at the conceptual layer. Data independence is an important property of DBMS and is having several advantages. The first one, that is ability of improving the performance. The second one, alteration in data structure does not require alteration in application programs. Third one, implementation details can be hidden from the users. And the fourth one, improvement of a security. As the data complexity and the structures kept hidden from the users at the higher level, ultimately it improves the security by restricting access to data and the structures at different levels of the abstraction. So this is about that data independence and the advantage of data independence. Thank you.